He was part of the Phantoms' inaugural season in Allentown. Brett Hextall concluding his hockey career here, soon joining the Flyers front office in a player development role. Andy Rannells made his pro debut with the Phantoms in 2014, serving as the team's head equipment manager ever since. A face-off guru, penalty killer, and leader on and off the ice, Corban Knight is in his 5th pro season overall, 2nd with Lehigh Valley. And in his first stint as an NHL head coach, Dave Hakstol is in year number 3 on the Flyers bench. Together, they have a common bond in the Philadelphia organization, from coach to player, front office to team personnel, but the connection between the 4 men started nearly a decade ago.
Here come our fighting Sioux!
You really do feel like you're playing for that city. You're representing Grand Forks, you're representing all the students, all the people that live in that town, and you feel like you're playing for something bigger than just yourself.
It's one of the most storied programs in college hockey. 32 NCAA tournament appearances, 22 times advancing to the Frozen Four, and the winners of 8 national titles.
The opportunity there was a tremendous one, and it's a huge part of the foundation of who I am and what I am as a coach and as a person, those are always fun days to look at.
A former North Dakota player himself, Dave Hakstol was hired as head coach in 2004, spending 11 seasons with the Fighting Sioux, averaging more than 26 wins per year.
I have so much respect for Coach Hakstol as a coach. The way he knows the game and pays attention to the details. I admire a lot, but more importantly as a person, he's a guy that I really look up to. And for me, like I said, when I was 18 years old, leaving home to go to a different country, he was a really instrumental part of my development as a man off the ice.
Knocked out and scored! Corban Knight with his first goal as a Sioux!
A fellow Alberta native like his head coach, Corban Knight played 4 seasons under Hakstol, a sophomore in 2010, 1 year behind line mate Brett Hextall.
When I was able to be put on a line with him, I was pretty excited, just obviously as a hockey player. He was a great hockey player.
Corban's such an easy guy to play with, and he makes other players better.
Knight wins the face-off back to McWilliam, near side Hextall, one-time shot, a deflection, and a goal!
The two had an effective chemistry, combining for 73 points that season, but offered very different styles of play.
Brad as a player was just, he brought that fire. There was never, weren't too many boring games, periods, shifts when he was on the ice.
Rink wide Hextall, one-time scores! A rocket underneath the crossbar!
Corban is who he is. He's one of the guys that is absolutely accountable in every way, shape, or form as a player and as a teammate. He doesn't cheat on anything.
Ranked number 2 in the country to open the 2010-11 season, North Dakota owned the winningest record in Division I hockey by mid-December. The on-ice play was top-notch, but the crucial effort from the staff behind the scenes didn't go unnoticed.
When you talk about guys, the glue that holds good teams together, that brings teams to high levels. Andy is one of those guys. He's never in the spotlight, never asks for the attention of the spotlight. Yet he's absolutely critical to every day.
It's a service industry, right? We're here for the players. We're here to help the players win, whatever we can do. So there's a lot of times where some of the stuff you do might go unnoticed, but Coach Hakstol had a good way of letting you know he appreciates it.
The Fighting Sioux would repeat as conference champs that season, claiming the coveted Broadmoor Trophy. Hakstol soon guiding his team back to the Frozen Four for a 5th time in 7 seasons.
Every group of guys you play with is a good group of guys, but that year especially, just the way we're able to turn it on there and had a good run and a good team that had a really good chance to win a national championship.
North Dakota entered the NCAA semifinals on a 15-game unbeaten streak, the program's longest since 1987, and one that ended abruptly with a shutout loss to Michigan on April 7th.
It was a brutal ending to the season. Unfortunately, that's the thing that stands out. When you have such a good group that has had so much success. But that's the beauty and the brutality of an NCAA tournament. It's a 1-game shot, and on that particular day, we came up short.
That would mark the end of Hextall's college career, playing 3 seasons with the AHL's Portland Pirates before suiting up with Lehigh Valley. The same year, Rannells joined the pro ranks in Allentown as well.
My first year here, when Brett was playing here, we would joke about how cool it would be to have like an AHL team with like all North Dakota guys, like got the gang back together type of a joke.
It wouldn't be long before that wishful thinking started to become a reality. Brett's move to the Flyers front office meant working alongside his father, Ron Hextall, who 1 year after being named general manager was tasked with hiring a new head coach. Dave Hakstol was high on a long list of candidates.
When my dad was kind of doing his research, he obviously had a pretty good source, being that I played for him for 3 years at North Dakota. So it was kind of funny that father-son relationship all of a sudden went to like me getting interrogated for long periods of time. It was like this business phone conversation.
We're extremely proud and excited to name Dave Hakstol head coach of the Philadelphia Flyers.
On May 18, 2015, Dave Hakstol became the first coach to be hired from his NCAA post to a head coaching job in the NHL in nearly 3 decades. And the mixed reaction wasn't just from the fans.
I actually remember exactly when I found out, and it caught me off a little bit. For so long I had associated, Coach Hakstol with North Dakota. They were basically like one to me.
I got a lot of texts and phone calls. A lot of how could you take him from us, a lot of that. And it was kind of bittersweet for me too to see him leave North Dakota because it's a program I love so much. But for him to come to the Flyers obviously is the only team that it was okay for that to happen.
Hakstol isn't the only one Brett felt would be a good fit. Teaming up with Rannells in 2016 to assure Corban Knight it was also the right place for him.
I feel very blessed to be part of this organization. I think, when the opportunity came up last year to come here and kind of get my foot in the door, I was pretty excited about that opportunity. Obviously having the personal connection with a couple of the guys here through the North Dakota days, it definitely made me feel comfortable right when I stepped in.
While all 4 men have each taken different paths to get here, there's no question the bond that began with the green and white remains unique as they now bleed orange together.
There are so many different levels of success and different avenues that you can have success within in your life, and there's that life within hockey and life after. So. I think to see this group anyway with the Flyers organization in the game of hockey, doing good things is I'm proud to be part of that.